Hi, this is Gregory Pavlidis for Professor.com, and I'm here to tell you about a secret that most people don't know about. Again, I am no attorney. I do not know the thousands of pages of legal briefs and their jargon. This July 2009, in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, a case was heard and remanded for reconsideration consistent with the court's opinion. In American Equity Investment Life Insurance Company, et al. 5 SEC, the court granted the petitions because the SEC's reasoning in its arguments was arbitrary and capricious and thus illegal. The SEC's Rule 151A, otherwise known as 151A, stated that FIAs are not annuity contracts within the meaning of the Act and thus are subject to the SEC's regulations. The SEC did not properly consider how this new categorization of the FIAs would affect efficiency, competition, and capital formation. This would have ultimately set up the SEC to regulate FIAs in addition to the strong individual state regulations. So far, the SEC lost the battle to attempt to cull and isolate the FIAs from solely state regulation and into its own inept little world of regulations. I am going to break this down to its most basic components, as I always like to do. There are two sides to the financial industry: the variable side, which is regulated by the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, and the fixed side, which is regulated by the individual states. Variable means what? You can lose money. Fixed means our money is safe and guaranteed. Unfortunately, the variable side is much more mainstream, has more power, and much more advertising. Has mainstream worked well for you? No. Of course not. You have probably lost up to half your retirement savings. But you know about it. You hear about it through your employers, bankers, and television. Even a recent Time magazine article by Stephen Gandel stated that the ugly truth, though, is that the 401k is a lousy idea, a financial flop, a rotten repository for our retirement reserves. Now, imagine if you had known about the fixed side and had your money in a fixed indexed annuity, FIA. You would not have lost a penny in the recent stock market catastrophes. Time magazine's Stephen Gandel and former Harvard professor Nancy Altman state that, quote, she says that the best way to guarantee a replacement for people's wages in retirement is by pooling risk. And the way to do that is through insurance, unquote. Yet, now that the Madoffs of the world have taken from our fair citizens most of their hard-earned retirement money, the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, has recently engineered a power move and attempted to claim FIAs for their own regulation. What was their premise? The first is they claim that there is an upside risk in FIAs. Did you hear that right? An upside risk? Yeah, you heard me correctly. They claim that there is an upside risk and therefore it should be under SEC regulations. Can you imagine claiming an upside risk as danger? And in any case, they have really done such a good job with Madoff and all those like him. They should absolutely be allowed to take over regulation of FIAs as well, right? Sure. I want the SEC to regulate my money. Nice going, guys and gals. On the flip side, how often have you heard of such monumental scandals in the fixed insurance industry? Sure, you get a few bad guys in any industry, but never to the extent that we have seen in the Madoff type of the SEC-controlled and regulated investments. Never are these the people, the SEC, you want to oversee the regulation of your money? Or would you rather have the highly regulated states guarantee that your money is safe? Okay, I'm a little bit passionate about this topic. Please excuse me for that. But injustice just rubs me the wrong way. Hopefully, what I have presented to you has given you the reason to think and rethink what you have been advised to do by the mainstream financiers. And hopefully, you now know that there are better ways to secure your future. Once again, this is Gregory Pavlidis for professorit.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.